All right, we just have this question from Shoshana. Hello, dear Guy and team. I'm struggling with the enabling I have always invested in for reasons that no longer seem altruistic. I see myself swinging back and forth between apathy and panic, as in the trapeze artist trying to hold up both poles. Today has helped me. Today has helped me to see the hold of questions tightly inside. How do we stop looking for a net to fully let go?
Anyone that would tell you or try to convince you in any way whatsoever that there is some path you can follow that's going to produce the freedom imagined is a liar and a thief. In the end, everything depends upon what the divine, what God, what love has sown into the soul, that knows without thinking that something waits outside that piece of glass that they bump into. And then if you're honest and true and remain as loyal as you can to that little part of you that recognizes this is something that needs to be let go of. This has to go. This has to die. I cannot remain this kind of human being without judging yourself, not hating yourself, not trying to be something, just seeing with the absolute clarity your actual consciousness. Then in the actual clarity of that consciousness, it is provided for you by the next level of your own consciousness. It lets you see first what you need to stop being, then it brings you into itself when you give up what you can no longer continue being. That's called faith, but the real faith. To walk through that valley of the shadow of death, to go through these times where it is so evident to you, everything's telling you, well, what's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of living? I did this, I gave that, I was supportive here, I dedicated, I did all this, and look what I get for all of my work. And the moment you hear and feel that thought and that voice and that emotion passing through you, you need to understand that if you want to use the words, the devil himself, evil itself has appeared inside of you and wants to get you to stop trusting in the fact that you are intended to transcend yourself, but that of yourself you cannot do it. Of yourself you cannot do it. It is a state of being brought completely to the end of something. What happens in the story of the prodigal son? What happens if you know the Bhagavad Gita with Krishna and Arjuna? Here's Arjuna, and he's getting ready to face, he's trying to figure things out, and he runs into this terrible dragon. He doesn't want to do any of this, but he's on this quest. And he knows the dragons are going to kill him, just like you think when you reach this place, it's the end of my life. He knows the dragons are going to kill him. So he begs Arjuna, Krishna, can I go and build an altar and at least say my prayers before I go die? I know I got to do it. And so he designs this wreath, this little red flower thing. I don't know exactly what it was. And he puts it on the altar, and then he picks up his sword to go slay the dragon. And what do you think happens? The dragon's wearing the wreath. But you don't get there until you go meet it. You don't see that they're not separate. That what you're trying to kill is something that if you would understand it holds life in it. Rumi, the antidote is in the venom. To understand that. Then you're going to ask questions, you're going to go through this, but one day with God as my witness, your mind will be full-scale assault. It wants to bring you into a conversation. It wants to get you involved in why this is and what's that and what does this mean? And look, all this for nothing. It wants to drag you into the dirt of a dual mind that wants to do nothing but want and not want, and catch you in that and crush you with it. It wants to do that because that's the most definitive sense of self, isn't it? And what did Christ say when the temptation in the desert came? He said, the devil said, you can have this, turn these stones to bread, you can have this, I'll put you on top of the temple, all that. And what did Christ say? By the word, by that which is true, not by which is going to save me, not what I have to do to save myself, not what's going to make me great, not how people are going to see me as great, not how I'm going to see myself as great. No one is good save the Father. And then it doesn't become an ideology. It becomes what you do. It becomes what you are.